Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Tuesday, February 16th. These are the charts of the day. Starting off today alphabetically, of course, as usual, Acme Packet, APKT, which we've talked about for the last several sessions, finally broke out yesterday and followed through today. But looks to me like now that it's achieved 15 and has a strong surge in technicals, the stock can achieve our next target around 16 and a quarter, thereabout. But looking towards the next target down around the, or should I say up around the 2022 zone on an intermediate basis. Short-term target again 16, 16 and a half, nearly achieved already. Moving on to Connection Systems, CNXT, beautiful rising channel has underway over the last year. This wedge was broken out, strong volume, price volume surge here, a nice little 4-week bull consolidation resulted in the breakout yesterday and a follow through today as the stock gapped up slightly across resistance and closed at a new, looks like 18-month high thereabout. The lateral price resistance up around 640.50 zone is my next trading target. I expect that could be the next move on Connection. Longer term target remains up around the $10 range. Dendrion, DN continues to act well, most recently breaking out across multiple tops and accelerating a little bit, picking up some steam, and strong surge in technicals indicate to me higher levels are due, probably around a $34 target short term. But this is the kind of stock that once it accelerates can really get going. And I think that we're looking at something in the high 30s, maybe low 40s on an intermediate term basis. Finisar, FNSR, in a beautiful rising channel for the last year, which was then partially followed by a multiple month consolidation, broke out in January, pulled back again and consolidated here, broke out 3 days ago and is now edging higher. Today's close at 11.71, up 31 cents, is right near the January high, which is also the 2-year high or year and a half high. So this is an area of resistance up in the zone, but my next trading target up around the top of these levels here, and also at the top of the channel, it comes in around the 16 range. That's my next trading target beyond the current levels. Integrated Silicon Solutions, ISSI, in a beautiful rising channel, is beginning to accelerate on heavy volume here. Has broken through the top of this channel and starting to, as I said, move higher with strong volume and technicals leading the way. This looks to me like a stock that could reach, and by the way, we're at a 4-year high here. My next trading target is up around these highs in this area here. And that comes in around the, let's call it 9.5 level. I think that's the, I'll set that as a short-term target. Beyond that, additional movement can be had, but there may be some required consolidation along the way. Target secondary around 12.5. Jazz Pharmaceuticals had a big pop today. Late in the session, jumped from 941 to 1075, closed at 1050. You can see the pop here, took it across the last couple rally attempt highs. There is key overhead resistance at around 11, 10, 20 zone that, if taken out, could lead to a very strong move. Here's the overall ascending wedge or ascending coil type pattern that you can see here. If broken, could lead to much higher prices, and it can support a move up towards the mid to high teens after it reaches my next trading target around the 12, 12.5 level. Leapfrog Enterprises broke out of a big coil recently, or trading range, with a price volume surge and breakaway gap on heavy volume. Backed off, tested the gap, held it, and now today popped another 38 cents, getting across 5 for the first time in a while. There is some overhead resistance just above here around the 535 area, but longer term targets, looking for something up around the $10 level after the initial target around $7 once it takes out this zone. Moving on, we have Netlist and LST, which was a major price volume surge last November, which was followed by a 3-month declining, we'll call it declining channel, but it's really a long on a long-term basis, looks like a major flag consolidation. The key resistance is at right here at this level where the declining tops line and declining 50-day moving average comes in around the 470-80 zone. Today's price volume surge on nearly 2 million shares, up 66 cents or 19%, leads me to believe a breakout may have occurred that could lead to at least a test of that level. So I'm looking forward to the next day or two and a test of the 470-75 area. Beyond that, if we get a price breakout above that level, I could see a move that takes us back to 6.5 and then as high as 7 3/4, 8 to retest the old high back in November. NOA, NACG Holdings have broken out of a long basing formation, had a price volume surge last week, a week and a half ago that popped it, formed a little wedge here. Let's draw that in right now. The apex of that wedge on a low volume ebb here was reached. The stock popped today on an increase in volume, up about 7% or 64 cents. But more importantly, it's taken it out to about 16-month highs. And the next target that I have on this stock here is around the 12 range, followed by something around 14.15. Pharmacolytics accelerating in a beautiful rising channel over the last 90 days. Measures up near the 6.5 range, maybe even as high as 6 3/4, 7. My near-term trading target. Today's action popped it out of a 4-day beautiful bull flag that was formed on low volume with great technicals. Beyond the $7 range long term, we could possibly see something up around the looks like about 8, and then beyond that around 12, 13. And then that is it for today's stocks. There's some ideas out for you. I'm going to add 1 or 2 others real quickly in here. SMOD, Smart Modular, which on a daily basis has been in a beautiful rising channel for the last year. Pulled back very nicely in an orderly fashion to test the rising channel bottom and bounced. Today's action moved it back above its 21-day moving average and looks like a retest of the highs up around 7 3/4, 780, maybe due short term. But the top of the channel beckons at around the $12 level. That's my intermediate term trading target. SQNM had a very significant technical day today on 17.5 million shares, the heaviest volume since last early December, broke out of a trading range and exploded, closing near the high end of the range. A move towards 6.5, my next trading target, may be due short term. There's some formidable resistance up there. Well, let's see what we get once we go forward through that. Secondary target about 8, 8.5. And lastly is Velasquez Communications, VCI, which is just beginning to accelerate here. It looks like it's going to test the $27 range, but if price volume surge, it gets it through that, could explode this stock into the low to mid 30s. That's what we'll be looking for, and that's it for the charts of the day for today.